Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swaminiti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swaminiti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmilitam Mena Tasmai Sri Guruve Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Stapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadamtikam. Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Utapadakamalam Sri Guru Vaishnavamscha. Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakagana Raghunadan Vitam Tam Sajivam. Sadvaidam Savadutam Parijana Sakitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sakagana Lalita Sri Visakanvitam. Hey Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namosutem Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Krishabanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye. Vancha kalpatarvyascha kripa sindhubhyaeva cha patitanam pavnebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha. Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Isvaraga Paramaha Krishnaga Sachidananda Vigraha Anadir Adir Govindaga Sarvakarana Karanam. Om Tat Sat. Hare Krishna. By the costless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the knowledge which can be very joyfully performed, and the everlasting knowledge that is Susukam Kartum Avyayam. So by Krishna's costless mercy, we are in the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, being the Sunday in India morning. So we are now in the 18th chapter. So we finished 32 slokas out of 78. And we are understanding very clearly Krishna is teaching us about everything in the three modes of material nature. Tyaga in the three modes of nature, which we already studied. And then we also studied about the jnana, karma, karta. And then in the last week, we studied about the Buddhi. Then today we are going to study about the Dhriti, that is determination. Buddhi means the understanding or the intelligence understanding. So then again, we will study next week about the Sukham, happiness. So like that, everything in these three modes of material nature, Krishna is teaching us very clearly. So when we understand this entire Bhagavad Gita, we understand how three modes of material nature are playing, are acting in every actions. How their role in every action we are able to understand. So by repeatedly studying these slokas again and again and understanding them completely, we will be able to diagnose if a person is acting, is controlled by what mode of nature. That is very much possible. Like when we have some disease, some problem, we go to the doctor and only with the symptoms, and doctor has to diagnose based on the experience, the knowledge and things like that. So like that, here we are getting the knowledge of this Bhagavad Gita. We are getting the knowledge about the three modes of material nature and how they are acting, how they are controlling, and everything we are understanding. So that way, we all will become spiritual doctors with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So that means, first of all, we can diagnose our own the problems. That's what is very important. Every individual has to become a doctor, spiritual doctor, to understand what mode of nature is controlling us and why it is controlling us and how to stop its influence. So all such things will become very clear with this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. We know that if we are upset, why? Or if we are angry, why? We know that. And we also know that with experience, we can actually feel, we can experience that when we are connected with Krishna, when we are doing everything as an offering unto Krishna, so at that point of time, we are not going to get upset for anything. We are not going to get frustration or angry. Nothing is going to happen. We are going to be simply peaceful if we are able to do everything for Krishna. So that peace of mind comes if we are doing everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. So then we don't have to struggle and suffer in this material world at all, because when we get the peace of mind, so when we are able to understand what is good for us and how to get rid of these three modes of material nature, so then we will do all our activities in such a way that we will not get ourselves entangled in this material world. So the laws we should know. So we know the law of nature, so that's why we are now solving all our problems, and also we are finding out ways not to get into trouble. But unfortunately, we don't know everything, so that's why we are in this material world, so-called modern civilized world. There are so many hospitals growing, so much of medical healthcare expenses are increasing, and so many diseases are coming, and people are not happy at all. So most of the problems with our body, most of the health disorders are mainly due to not having peace of mind, due to stress. Everything is basically stress-induced problems. Even people eat a lot when they are under stress. So that is known as stress eating, stress eaters. So if we are leading a normal life, if you don't have any stress, then they will be able to control their diet. But otherwise, that's what happens. So the stress creates all kinds of problems in our health. So that means stress itself is due to mind not peaceful. So mind is not free. Not peaceful means it's not free. So that means there is no space for Krishna in the mind. So it's always getting agitated because it's thinking only about the material sense objects. So how we can give up all such attachments? How we can create peaceful atmosphere within our mind? So the simple answer and the only answer, straightforward answer, is having this Bhagavad Gita knowledge. See, if we understand this Bhagavad Gita, when we are connected with Krishna, mind is automatically, it gets peacefulness. There are then no worries, because we are not attached to anything in this world. We are not worried about anything in this world. We will be able to surrender unto Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, and all the time depend only on Krishna for everything. So that's what we need to do. We should understand that Krishna only can save us from all these miseries in this material world. No one can help us, no one can save us. Only Krishna can do that. Permanently. Complete solution. Completely Krishna can fix all our problems, all our issues. So that's why I repeatedly am saying every day that when we are connected with Krishna, when we are doing everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so that means if we are very active in Krishna consciousness, so serving Krishna, then we will be able to feel the difference immediately. We'll be able to feel the results immediately coming. Immediately we can see everything will happen which is favorable to us. How? That's what Krishna will do. Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He knows as soon as we desire something. As soon as we just think in our mind, as soon as we desire to please Krishna in a certain way by doing certain things, immediately Krishna knows. And if Krishna is happy with that, then even without ourselves putting a lot of efforts, we will see that those things are happening in front of our eyes. so that every one of us can experience. That's what Bhagavad Gita knowledge is about. This Bhagavad Gita knowledge makes such wonderful things in our life. Krishna's mercy. So, first of all, we will get always connected with Krishna. Every day we will study Bhagavad Gita like what we are doing right now. This itself is Krishna's causeless mercy. Because if this is not continuing, we are not going to win Krishna consciousness. If you are not studying this Bhagavad Gita like this, what we are doing every day, then it's going to be very difficult to get ourselves connected with Krishna. Because Maya is so strong, so powerful, it will just carry us away from this material. So, yatato hi api kaunteya purushasya vipaschitaga indriyani pramatini haranti prashabam managa. So the senses are strong and impetuous, they forcibly carry away the mind. That's what we need to know. Indriyani pramatini haranti prashabam managa. So we should not let such things happen. So we need to make sure that our mind is given to Krishna. So then the senses cannot carry away the mind. Indriyani pramatini haranti prashabam managa. But if mind is full of Krishna, if we focus our mind only on Krishna, if we do everything only for Krishna, so then the senses cannot carry away our mind, because our mind is very safe in Krishna's hands. That's what we need to understand. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished 32 slokas in the 18th chapter, as I mentioned. So, what we studied in the sloka number 29 to 32 last week, in the sloka number 29, Krishna is teaching us that Buddher Vedam Dhriteshchaiva Gunatas Trividam Shunu Prochamanam Asheshena Pratatvena Dhananjaya. So, Dhananjaya, the conqueror of riches, conqueror of wealth. So, now you hear from me, Shunu. Shunu means you hear the difference, where the understanding and the determination. So, there is intelligence and determination, the three types of buddhi and three types of dhriti. So, you hear from me, Prochamanam Asesena. So, completely, explained by me, completely, totally, you hear from me. So, that's what Krishna is saying. So, that's what we studied also, those three slokas last week. O winner of wealth. Now, please listen as I tell you in detail of the different kinds of understanding and determination according to the three modes of material nature. So in the next sloka, what we studied in the sloka number 30 last week, Pravritim cha nivritim cha karya karye baya baye bandham moksham chayaveti buddhi sa partha satviki. So what to do and what not to do, what ought to be done and what not ought to be done. So that's what they will know. And what is fear, what to be fearing and what not to fear. So that's what baya, abaya. And what is binding and what is liberating. Bandham moksham cha yaveti buddhi sapata satviki. So that kind of buddhi is in the mode of goodness. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So buddhi sapata satviki. O son of Pritha. That understanding by which one knows what ought to be done and what ought not to be done, what is to be feared and what is not to be feared, what is binding and what is liberating, is in the mode of goodness. So then in the next sloka what we studied, the sloka number 31, Yaya dharmam adharmam cha karyam cha karyameva cha ayathavat prajanati buddhi partha rajasi. So one who misunderstands what is right, what is wrong, other dharmam, adharmam, and what to be done and what not to be done, everything understanding in an imperfect way. Ayatavat prajanati. So that's what one who understands not in the correct way, in an imperfect way. So that kind of person's intelligence is in the mode of patient. Buddhigisa Partha Rajasi. That's what Krishna is teaching. O son of Pritha, that understanding which cannot distinguish between right and wrong. That's what religion and irreligion. Between action that should be done and action that should not be done is in the mode of patient. So that is the understanding which cannot distinguish. So that is in the mode of patient. Then in the last sloka, what we finished last week, in sloka number 32, Adharmam dharmamitiya manyate tamasa vrutha sarvata viparitamsha buddhigisa partha tamasi. So one who understands what is right as wrong and what is wrong as right. Adharmam dharmamitiya. So what is wrong as the right thing? One who thinks. Adharmam dharmamitiya manyate tamasavita. So who is controlled by the mode of ignorance. So he thinks like that, and everything he understands in a very wrong way. Sarvarthan viparitamsa. He won't understand anything in the right sense at all. So that's what sarvarthan viparitamsa. Everything he understands in a wrong way. And that kind of person's intelligence, buddhi, is in the mode of ignorance. That's what Krishna is teaching. So that is that understanding which considers irreligion to be religion and religion to be irreligion. So there is the right thing to be wrong and wrong thing to be the right under the spell of illusion and darkness, and strives always in the wrong direction. That's what sarvarthan viparitamscha. O Partha is in the mode of ignorance. Buddhi sa Partha tamasi. So we understood, again, we studied today about the buddhi, the intelligence in the mode of goodness, patience, and ignorance. Now let's study about the dhriti. Dhriti means determination. So with buddhi only we can get determination, dhriti. So that's what Krishna said that Sanair Uparame Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya. So Buddhya means with intelligence, Dhriti Grihitaya. One will get the determination. So at that point of time only, when we are able to get this intelligence, then we are going to get the determination. And then with that determination, Buddhya Dhriti Grihitaya Atma Samstam Mana Kritva. It is possible for us to keep the mind under the control of ourselves. So that's what Krishna is teaching. So what we are going to study. So here that understanding which considers religion to be religion and religion to be irreligion under the spell of illusion and darkness and strives always in the wrong direction, O Partha is in the mode of ignorance. So now let us study about the dhriti. Dhrityaya dharayate manaka pranendriya kriya yogena vyabhicharinya dhriti sa partha satviki. Dhrityaya dharayate manaka pranendriya kriya. So one who with such determination is able to control his mind, senses, life, everything, all the activities. So that yogina avyabhicharinya. So that means without any break. That's what avyabhicharinya. So that's what yogena. So with yoga, by the practice of this yoga, so that means by the practice of this Bhagavad Gita, so that kind of dhriti, that is in the mode of goodness. One who has such kind of determination. So that's what is known as that kind of dhriti is in the mode of goodness. So anyone who is determined to follow this spiritual path, this Bhagavad Gita, and doing everything as per Krishna's instructions, with the determination. So that kind of determination is in the mode of goodness. So, O son of Pritha, that determination which is unbreakable. So that's what avyabhicharinya, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice. That's what yogena. So yoga practice. So and which thus controls the activities of mind, life, and senses. That's what manaha pranendriya kriyaha. So it is dharayate. So it's control. So that's what manaha pranendriya kriyaha. So that kind of determination is in the mode of goodness. Dhriti is a partha, satviki. So that's what Krishna is teaching us there. So, O son of Pritha, the determination which is unbreakable, which is sustained with steadfastness by yoga practice, and which thus controls the activities of mind, life, and senses, is determination in the mode of goodness. What is determination in the mode of passion? Yayathu dharma kamartha dhritya dharayate arjuna prasangena Palakankshi Dritigi Sapartha Rajasi. So, one who has such determination, so that is Dharma, Kama, Arthan. So, it is doing only for gratifying the senses, sense gratification, Kama, Arthan. So, that kind of determination, just to get the sense objects to enjoy them. So that kind of determination, like prasangena, palakanshi, who desires the results of the activities. So because of such attachment, so who is desiring the fruits of activities, but he is very much after that. So he is very much determined to get that. So that kind of dhriti, that kind of determination is in the mode of patience. So that dhriti is a partha rajasi. That's what Krishna is teaching. But that determination by which one holds fast to fruitive results in religion, economic development, and sense gratification is of the nature of passion, O Arjuna. So that is dhriti, determination in the mode of rajoguna, in the mode of passion. So then Krishna is teaching us, Yaya swapnam bayam shokam Vishadam madam yevacha navimunchati durmeda dritigi sapartha tamasi. So that is that kind of dhriti where it is simply dreaming and fearing and then lamenting. So there is sokam and visadam, the moroseness, and then madam. So there is illusion, madam. So navimunchati durmedam. So who is less intelligent, who has no intelligence, unintelligent. So durmeta. So that kind of dhriti, a person who has, so is who never gives up this kind of, who never gives up this dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, illusion, and everything, such kind of unintelligent persons. So that person's dhriti is in the mode of tamoguna, in the mode of tamasi, that is in the mode of ignorance. So, and that determination which cannot go beyond dreaming, fearfulness, lamentation, moroseness, and illusion, such unintelligent determination. So there is Durmeda. So, O son of Pritha is in the mode of darkness. So that's what Krishna is teaching. Now, Krishna is teaching Sukham, happiness, in the three modes of material nature. So today we will just study and understand that there are happiness in the three modes of material nature. But from next week, we will understand all those three types of happiness. So based on goodness, passion, and ignorance. Sukham tvidani trividam shunume bharatarshaba abhyasadramate yatra dukhantam nigacchati dukhantam cha nigacchati. So Krishna is teaching here that Sukham tu idanim trividam. So the happiness, so there are three kinds of happiness, three types of happiness. So you hear from me, O best among the Bharata. So Sunume Bharata Shama. Abhyasat means by practice. So Ramate, enjoyment. One enjoys by practice. So the happiness by practice of Krishna consciousness who enjoys, and he will bring all the distress to one end. He will bring, so dukkha antam, so nigacchati. So he will gain, so he will bring all the distress to the end. So that's what happens. So that means always happy. If there is no distress, then there is happiness only. So that's what Krishna is teaching here about the happiness. O best of the Bharatas, now please hear from me about the three kinds of happiness by which the conditioned soul enjoys and by which he sometimes comes to the end of all distress. That's what Abhyasat Ramate Yatra Dukkhantam Cha Nigacchati. So, by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have studied 4 more slokas in the 18th chapter. So, 36 slokas. Now, let us chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. So, chant 2 rounds of mantra, Hare Krishna mantra, which will roughly take about 15 minutes. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Radhanath Swami Niti Namini. Namo Vishnupadaya Krishna Prashtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschatya Desatarini. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnanajana Salakaya Chakshurunilitamena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitamena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Svapadantikam. Vandegam Shri Guru Shri Utapadakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sakhagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam. Hare Krishna. Krishna Padan Sagagana Lalita Shri Visakan Vitamsta. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Hare Rama, Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, 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 Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama 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 Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Ani Pepper Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Thank you for another beautiful class. As always, very helpful. I really appreciated tonight, in particular, what you were saying about stress and,
Yes.
allowing Krishna to take over, our emotions and everything and handle the stress for us. Because that's something I'm really struggling with right now. And that was a very big blessing that you talked about that. Thank you.
Yes. Only devotees will not have any stress. Yes, Madhuri. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, that's.
Hare Krishna. Hina Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for today's class also.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna's mercy, we are able to study and understand.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. SK Garg Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you very much, Guruji.
Thank you,
As
Prabhu.
usual, Sunday's lecture is very, very delightful, very informative.
Yes,
And
Prabhu.
today I also enjoyed this lecture. No question, Guruji, from my side. Thank you very much. And in fact, I would just like to say, as you said today, that stress, and you added it with the eating.
Yeah.
I mean, if we control these two things, I'm sure if we can control our stress and the eating habits, certainly there is not going to be any disease to anyone. These two are the reason for most of the diseases today. And Bhagavad Gita, rightly said so, is teaching us how to be stress-free. It's a continuous practice.
That is correct. When we study Bhagavad Gita, when we chant Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, when we are engaged in spreading Bhagavad Gita, Krishna service, we will not have any stress at all. Automatically our heart rate, blood pressure, everything will be normal automatically. It won't go up at all.
Yes, and perhaps it is necessary, the eating habits has to be sattvic if we want to graduate upon the other things in the sattvic mode of nature.
Yes, we want to offer prasadam to Krishna.
Yes. Thank you very much, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Vijay Raman Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Lisa Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Yes,
because of your efforts, we are learning so much every day, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
And Guruji, all these things, they are bringing so much changes in our life. The way we handle things, the way we look at things, everything is changing.
Yes, Mother, no doubt.
Yes, Guruji. And one day, Bhagavad Gita will definitely become a way of life for all of us.
Yes, yes, Mother. Everything we will do only as per Bhagavad Gita. That's definitely
Yes.
happen.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much for your efforts, Guruji.
Thank you,
Hare
Mother.
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
हरे कृष्णा प्रभु दंडवत
Hare
प्रणाम
Krishna. Dhanyavad
हरे
pranam.
कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 रामा
Hare
हरे
Ram,
राम
Hare Ram, Rama
ராமா
Rama, Hare Hare.
ரொம்ப நன்றி சார் நல்ல கிளாஸ்
Nalladu
Hare
Prabhu, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Brinda Mataji. Aruna Devi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Pranam Prabhuji.
Pranam.
Thank you for the class, Prabhuji. I joined class somehow late, Prabhuji. Sorry.
Okay. Can follow the YouTube recording, Mataji.
Yes, Prabhuji. As I understand today, Krishna only always save us from all of our problems and miseries. When we are connected to Krishna, do everything to Krishna with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, Krishna takes care of us. So we should always remember Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita knowledge, with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, we should focus our mind only on Krishna. Do everything to Krishna only. Then we can understand what to do, what not to do, what is binding and what is liberating, what to fear and now what not to fear. Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Pranam, Prabhuji.
Pranam. Hare Krishna. Asha Singh Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna
Hare
Guruji.
Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Very interesting class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Today we learn how the three modes of nature are working on us, how to control and how to know the reason behind these three modes of nature.
Yes.
If we know these things, we can cure a lot of problems in our life.
Yes, Mataji. Krishna
Thank
has
you,
mercy.
Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Ram. Hare Krishna. Sunil Shivas Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Dandavad Pranam Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram, Ram Ram.
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji Pranam.
Hare Krishna, Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu, Pranam.
Beautiful lecture, beautiful lesson today also. And today you made us spiritual doctor.
Yes.
Beautiful concept. You diagnose what is to be done, and this way you are a spiritual doctor yourself. That is very good learning. Thank you, Guruji. And the type of work, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, Sattvic concept, you are clarifying beautifully in these slokas. Thank you, Guruji, for wonderful class.
Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna.
Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Ram,
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Hare, Hare Krishna.
Hare
Hare
Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Subbalakshmi Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Mataji.
Krishna, Hare
Hare
Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram, Hare
Rama Rama, Hare.
Today, three gunas, Sattvika, Rajasa, Tamasa gunas, natural gunas, you are explaining so wonderful, Prabhuji.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Prabhuji. We also follow that. We also
Yes.
follow that.
Yes.
Thank you,
Yes.
Prabhuji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare
Hare Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare
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 Ram,
Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Krishna,
Hare
Prabhuji.
Krishna, Brinda Mataji, Hare
Thank you,
Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji. Thank you for
Hare.
the class. Today's class was very nice to know the Dhriti and the Buddhi that we actually need to transform. So
Yes,
now understanding the Sattva and the Rajas and passion and Tamas type
Yes,
of
ma'am.
Buddhi. So we need to connect to Krishna and transform into a higher Buddhi and Dhriti, Guruji.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
So the recognition and awareness of what kind, where we lie on which of the three, we need to become aware and transform. Yes, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji.
Thank you, Guruji. That can happen only with the knowledge of the Bhagavad Gita and connection to Krishna.
Yes, Krishna takes care, Mataji. We are very sincere in our efforts in pleasing Krishna, studying Bhagavad Gita. So this itself is Krishna's mercy. So now definitely Krishna is going to take care of everything and take us to Goloka. There is no doubt at all. We are on the right direction. We know what to be done and what not to be done, definitely. Yes,
Yes, Guruji. And Guruji, also nowadays there's been lots of WhatsApp coming up of Jagannath's celebration and his coming days. So doing all that also is, of course, is the same as Krishna. Jagannath is also Krishna.
yes, Mother.
Yes,
Krishna is
Guruji.
everything Krishna only. Yes, no doubt. Yeah.
Yes, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna,
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Hare,
Hare,
Hare Ram,
Hare
Ram
Ram,
Ram, Hare
Rama
Hare.
Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Thank you, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna.
you, Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you for the class, Guruji.
Yes, Mataji. Hare Krishna. By Krishna's mercy, we are studying Hare Krishna. Anita Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Mataji, Pranam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram.
Hare
Thank
Ram.
you so much for the class.
Yes,
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram. Pranam.
Pranam Mataji. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu. Pranam Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much for the wonderful class, Guruji. Excellent class.
Yes,
and we all should become a spiritual doctors.
Yes,
And
that's correct.
we should be able to diagnose our mind ourselves.
Yes.
That is what it is required, I think. You know? Yes, Guruji. It's very interesting class, Guruji. Lot of learnings. Very nice. Excellent, Guruji. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna,
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Mani Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare
Krishna. Krishna conscious morning.
Yes.
So we are enjoying the prasadam of Krishna through you. So it's true. I think the prasadam in the form of Krishna always, good for your health, good for your mind, good for everything.
Everything. Yes.
So sometimes, before eating, when we give prasadam to Krishna, so we don't give anything back to Krishna as a prasadam. Therefore, when you do prasadam to Krishna, you are also eating a good food, good mind thought process. All these things are happening simultaneously.
Yes.
So also this the gunas are nicely explained in the Bhagavad Gita, which you explained to us in a beautiful way.
Yes.
See this tamoguna, rajoguna, and what is that called? Highest tapas. That is the third state.
Tamoguna, yes.
Yeah.
What is
So the tamoguna, it is basically it brings a person lazy.
lazy?
Rajo, it brings action.
Sattva
And
guna is
finally, Sadvik guna,
yes.
it makes a person as a godly behavior state.
Yes.
So all are interdependent. A person when with tabo guna, it is not lazy. So let him make himself doing multiple act, doing all act together for individual purpose. If he does it for Krishna purpose, that Rajoguna comes in. So when the Rajoguna goes towards Krishna, then it becomes Sadvik. So all three guna converted into Sadvik guna. So that is the Tatparya in all this sloga. So nothing is inferior to each other. Finally, to achieve that final status, we have to use each behavior guna in a proper manner towards Krishna to achieve that goal. So it is very nicely explained. So every day we are listening. I am very happy that continuously in the last 6-7 months, our Mataji attendance, our Mataji's attendance are 99.9%. Nobody missed it. So continuously all the attendees are there, and where we started, it means that the sustainability is there. So people want to learn. People want to learn whatever it is and want to conduct themselves in that medium. It may take some time, but all are going towards one goal. So it is very clear. So where we started, our attendees are attending on everyday basis. That is a nice thing, and it has to continue. We need more Mataji, more Prabhuji to understand all these things. They have to give their strength together. Ultimately, when we do bhajans, it is not a singer or anything. In this status, you are the singer. But if bhaktas are not together, it is not going to Krishna. Therefore, we need more people to jab Krishna Rama mantra, and together we have to go to the goal. So very nice, Guruji. Today, Sunday, I enjoyed every moment of this class. Thank you. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.
Hare Hare,
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Now let us listen to Srila Prabhupada's skit. Hare Krishna.
Hare Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare
Hare Krishna.